Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a video on how I made a little charm which I'm going to be bringing in my shop update. It's a brand new one and it's a little dango charm. I used to make dango charms on my shop before but never like in animal form, so this time I made it with like pig, frog and bear on, and I really like it. Now in all honesty, this piece took me just over 2 hours to make, which is crazy. I have got 3 going up in my shop update just because they took so long to do, but I really like them. I filmed the whole process here today for you just to show like the overall techniques and that sort of stuff that I use, so that you can implement that into creating your own type of charm with your own characters and that sort of stuff. So if you want to see how I made this little dango charm, then just keep on watching. So like with all of my charms, I use the Fimo soft polymer clay, but on this piece I actually used wire throughout the whole center just to add structure to it. So I ended up taking craft wire, cutting it down and then folding it over so I had a nice loop at the end, and I was going to use that for the like stick part. So I ended up putting a small bit of polymer clay over that and squishing it down and shaping it out to be like the rounded stick part of it. And then I rolled out some balls of polymer clay and started poking those onto the wire, just joining them up as I went. As you can see here, I'm doing it really slowly, really gently, as to not distort the balls. So once I had the balls and, you know, the stick part down to make like the kind of like basic dango shape, I then added all the little details. So I ended up rolling out little balls and placing them on just to add the little details. I started with the ears on pig, then moved on to the little snout by using a little small ball of polymer clay and a pin to make the little indents. To make the like eye pieces of the frog and the ears for the bears, I just ended up cutting like a small little sausage piece in half and putting those straight edges down onto the original kind of, you know, ball shape, and then using a pin to blend it in. I used a pin just so that I had really kind of like tight control over my blending, and I was able to get all of those kind of edges nice and smooth and kind of, you know, still quite prominent on the piece so you're able to see it. So once I had done all the details, I then baked it in the oven for around about 25 minutes. I usually stick to around about 25 minutes and I go at 110 degrees Celsius for this particular clay. Like I said, I will leave the clay down in the description, the exact one I use. I usually buy it from Amazon, sometimes Hobbycraft, but yeah, the exact one I use I will leave down in the description. So once I had my charm, you know, baked and cooled down, everything like that, I ended up painting my charm. This is something I always do. I paint with acrylic paints. I usually use the brand PBO, and then I go in and glaze with UV resin afterwards. You can of course use just color clay if you want to. I find it a little bit harder because sometimes the colors smush into each other, and yeah, I like to paint my charms. I like the aesthetic that kind of gives, and yep, that's all I have to say about that. So once I have my piece glazed, I go in and add all the fine details just in case I do them wrong. I'm able to wipe them off and start again without having to repaint the whole piece. I then go in and glaze it again a couple of times, so I end up with 4 layers of resin in total. And then what I go ahead and do then is I add all the metal findings just with a couple of pairs of pliers, and once that's done, my charms are then complete. That is the end of today's video. I hope you have enjoyed it and enjoyed watching me put together this little charm. In all honesty, I think it's like really easy to look past how long things take when they're so small, but yeah, this took 2 hours and that was spread over 2 days. I actually looked back over the footage and like could tell obviously at what points I started and then what points I stopped, and I actually just added all of that time up because in between filming I was obviously, you know, still working on this piece. So yeah, just over 2 hours. I think it was like 2 hours and 10 minutes or something in total, with glazing time and that sort of stuff, like hands-on time. There was baking time and everything like that, but that wasn't taken into consideration. But yeah, that's how the piece turned out. I think it's way worth it. I absolutely love it. I also love the iridescent glitter on it because it's like green in some lights and pink in other lights, so it looks really good on all 3 of the characters. So yeah, really happy with this little piece. Like I said, there will be 3 coming in the shop update, which is going to be on Sunday. So mainly we're focusing on pig, bear and the 2 frogs as well on this shop update, and yeah, I'm really excited to do it. Oh my goodness, I'm also a little bit nervous because I have reintroduced standard shipping, so that tracking is going to be like an additional thing this time, which is a new thing. I've changed my pricing around just a little bit to reflect like the time into some pieces, because some pieces take so much longer. Like this piece here, for example, takes so much longer to make than compared to like, I don't know, another little charm of mine, like a marshmallow charm for example. So I've changed around my pricing structures a little bit. There's still free shipping for orders over £15 to the UK, which is amazing. So, you know, if you get yourself a couple of charms, then you can get shipping for free, which is amazing. So yeah, hopefully you will come back on Sunday. I'm going to be doing a shop update video where I show all the new things that I've got, you know, coming for the shop update like I usually do. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you again soon on Sunday for that shop update video. Yeah. So bye.